That's close enough. Hopefully I get the same load, or faster. That would be nice. Technically that load time isn't supposed to matter in the leaderboards because they start the timer after that, but file select timing is easier to manage, so I'm just going to use it.
He whiled away his days at home with music, cards, and wine. But the Emperor had changed. He'd been good once, a shy, almost humble toad. He'd built universities. Then people started whispering about mass graves in the woods, midnight rituals, victims screaming. The Imperial Ravens would round up entire villages, and no one ever returned. The Ravens had come to Ubar scouting for ancient books said to be of great power. But the librarians had hidden the books, so they burnt the librarians. The citizens, outraged, had driven them off. The Ravens had come back with dropships. The kid had fled with one of those books. He was brave and dumb and wanted to join the rebellion.
Alright, let's see how this load goes.
And promised his mother he'd protect him.
I guess this load is probably one of the least consistent loads in the game. But it's hard to say that for sure. Yeah, that was like 3 seconds faster than my PB's load this time.
Look, if we give them the book, they'll leave you alone. My mother died for this book! I promised her I'd protect you. Ah, damn it. The kid had run off. With the book, of course. So Renato had to run after him.
Okay, that's a pretty good movement during that cutscene. That's as far as I've gotten with that movement. I think I'm starting to understand how to do it.
A kid like you was their dinner, which probably was what was in their tiny brains. Hey, Renato said.
Alright.
They cocked their heads at him.
Gotta not soft block it this time.
You. Wait, looking all right? For the Emperor! The Ravens called and rushed at him.
I guess that's good enough.
A dropship flew overhead.
Guess if you start that fight with the counter, resulting in kicking one of them into another, it's kinda fast.
The Gate of Heroes. Someone's idea of a joke, making the Skyship Docks a gated community. You needed a hero's sword to open it. And the kid was on the other side of the gate. Who had ore and wind essence? Perfect. A hero's sword. QED.
Don't think this should soft lock it. Okay. This didn't soft lock it good. At least I don't think it did. I think I understand what causes the soft lock there, so I don't think I got it. But I guess I'll find out in a little bit. I'm sure enough that I didn't get it that I don't want to waste a second making sure I didn't get it.
To a ledge. It was too far to jump. There'd been a bridge here before, hadn't there? And there was Peter, giggling at him. How'd you get across? He asked the kid. Where'd you find a hook? I hopped, said the kid. White-ass kid. Hey, look out behind you. Q, said Renato.
Yeah, assuming I don't really screw up, I should be ahead after PB with this split pretty easily. Okay. That's not the best way to do that fight. Maybe I should walk during that cutscene. I don't know if it's entirely worth it. Because you lose time to pausing it, but then you might gain it back by being closer to the enemies. And maybe if you do it right, you gain more time than you lose.
He'd remember his
Like in that cutscene there, I could pause to get movement, but I don't think that would save time.
Something you never completely forgot. Like how to freeze
Because I feel like the time it would take to pause and unpause would waste more time than moving during that cutscene would save.
And there was the far fair.
This one, though, I definitely want to move during. This can save like 20 seconds if I do it right.
So the salesman told him, and something told him the kid was about to walk into an ambush. Stop! He shouted. I'm not giving you the book! Shouted the kid. But well, he hated home life anyway.
I'm confused on what I just did. Okay, I think this works. That seemed odd, but I guess I golded it. 550 tutorial, it works. That movement seemed odd somehow. I can't really explain it.
How many?
I mean, more odd than usual.
Now 3 Raven scouts. The rebellion was out of time. Unless Bernardo could bring.
This is a good start, though.
Maybe he could. Bernardo had found out where he could find the pieces of the Sky Ripper, the legendary weapon that had exiled the lost gods. Surely a legendary weapon could win the final battle. On the other hand, his old friend Lupino had sent Bernardo a desperate message saying he had a brilliant scheme to save the rebellion. If Bernardo could only rescue him. Bernardo
Yeah, we're not gonna rescue him. Ever. It's just not gonna happen.
The Raven ships peeled off, not stable enough to follow him down there. Now it was time to choose. Lupino or the Sky Ripper.
I think I'm starting to get a hang of the tutorial. For the most part, I seem to understand what to do. I think you can move during that cutscene, like, just move a little bit sooner than it actually gives you control normally if you do the pause and unpause thing, but I don't think it really starts your movement sooner enough that it would save time. It's hard to say for sure, but it's like that with a lot of things in this game.
Just went with his gut and hoped it all worked out. Sky Ripper was a long shot. He'd have to devote himself to it. No side journeys, no rescuing old friends. That was against his nature. Could he stick with it?
That's a lot of damage to take for that.
Who had built this castle?
I don't know if that was worth it. Maybe I should have played that safer.
Hidden within their walls. The Sky
Well,
Ripper could destroy anything it touched.
I guess I'll just look for health when I get a chance somewhere. Not sure exactly when the best place to do that would be, but I'm gonna need to find some health, I think. There's some. It's not much though, and it's quite far from where I am. Yeah, you know what, that's one thing of health, and it's way back there. I don't think it's even worth it. If it was more than that, like maybe if it was 3, I'd go back and get it, but... For 1, I don't think that's worth it. I don't know, I feel like I did something really slow here. That fight was okay, though. I feel like I could probably be on gold base, but for some reason I think my gold here is actually good. I don't think I'm on gold base anymore, never mind. If I was, then I'm probably not after getting stuck on those walls. And not doing menuing properly.
Something you never completely forgot. Like how to freeze time when attacking. The more he fought, the more he
Never mind, still gold, but by less than a second.
Sky Ripper's armature.
Yeah, my gold there is surprisingly good,
Engineered.
considering I got it on my first run, but yeah, that's a sub 10
He'd have to ask his
there. I guess that's good, probably.
He'd get the second piece. Sky Ripper had a heart. A cord that had come
I don't actually thinking about it. I can theoretically save like 12 seconds there. I just don't know how.
Zenobia
I'm gonna need to figure something out to go faster there, because it's definitely possible.
She must be encamped there still. But fighting Zenobia now, that made no sense.
Because I think if I remember correctly, world record saves like 20 seconds on me on that split, and only like 8 seconds of that is load time.
She would find him.
I could definitely see where I'd save a couple seconds there. I don't understand if either of those are even questions, let alone what they're meant to mean.
Something before he was even out of sight of the Farfarer. Why had he chosen the Sky Ripper? It was the sort of path he'd always avoided. The path of responsibility, of seriousness. Had he grown up? He didn't feel grown up. He made this decision from his gut, like he always did. Somehow,
I got stuck on that wall, I guess. I don't know where I am right now. I guess I did get a little bit of movement during that blackness, but
there was
I don't think it was really worth it.
this is why heroes are called dashing. And I thought, see?
I
Dashing.
don't think this split's gonna be very good. Probably should have gone for the other enemy first. That's fine though.
There were fewer and fewer trees. There were only these huge crystalline growths. Had those been here before? He no longer heard birds except for the feverish cawing of the ravens when they attacked. He couldn't smell the small animals of the forest. The mice, rabbits. Where had they gone? He was getting hungry too. This was an unhealthy place to be.
This is not a good fight. This is a very bad fight. I'm probably gonna lose like 20 seconds here. I golded. Never mind. That was a 7-second time save. Okay, apparently I could have been on a real significant gold base there if I would have had a good fight there, because that fight was awful.
There was a key Imperial outpost on the Nexus. If this
Oh, the plot is...
super weapon, you could use it to
Okay, hang on. Maybe I should actually, like,
and if it wasn't,
check this tab.
well, better to know that before the
Why does running towards places... Well, the plot
to some scientists first.
is actually kind of
On the Nexus,
pretty much covered in the speedrun, because most of the cutscenes you can't actually skip. Like, you can see like 80% of the plot in the speedrun just because of all the unskippable cutscenes. So it's pretty straightforward. You're in a rebellion to save the world or something.
why had the
Oh crap. Okay, I thought I just soft locked it for a second there, but I didn't.
after the Transcendent Emperor had dismantled it? The man
I
the
think
Emperor
I'm
had
good enough at the combat in this game that I'm not even gonna bother stopping for health again. I could. It would probably be a good idea, but early game health isn't too big of a problem,
how perfect then that the Sky Ripper would reappear
because all of the enemies in early game are just really basic enemies.
would be the perfect place for a tic-tac-toe.
And thanks to the good luck boon. This is a pretty decent run so far. That wasn't the best, but is this even worth buying at this point? Maybe not, but it does speed up my movement, so maybe it is worth it. I don't know. I haven't planned out too much of the skill perk buying route. That was not the optimal place to be finishing that fight in. That's for sure.
They were outnumbered. The once kind emperor had become a tyrant. But his ravens stayed loyal, for he fed them his victims, and the other animals were too frightened to rebel. Renato shuddered.
Nice.
The emperor was trying to do.
That's actually a strat I think I came up with. I don't know if I don't actually remember if I've seen World Record do it, but in that cutscene, it's not really. I don't know. It's interesting because when the screen is black like that, it doesn't seem to actually be loading. It seems like it's actually just. Maybe it's loading textures, but it works like a cutscene where if you pause and unpause, you can move during that black screen. So what I did there was I moved onto that platform before any of the textures showed up. So I was quite a ways into the movement of that platform before you could see what was happening. It's the first time I've actually done it. I just theorized it like last run I did, where there was no real reason why it wouldn't work. I think I'm gonna wait that out just to be safe. I probably could have gone earlier, but wanted to be on the safe side of things. This is not the best way to do it. I'll throw it. I think I will hit him with it, actually. Yeah, that's fine. At least I'm setting up for a kill here. This should be a good split. Maybe just gold because of the strat I sort of invented. Thanks for all of the things. I'm gonna actually have to rewatch this part of World Record to see if I actually did invent that, but I think I did. I don't think I'm just taking credit for that strat for no reason. Yeah, this is a good start to this run. 56 seconds ahead already.
At least go see yeah, said the worried Toad. He knows more than anyone else has forgotten about the Transcendent Emperor. If anyone could tell him how to use this weapon safely.
Yeah, if you have any like more specific questions rather than explaining the whole plot, then I can answer specific questions.
Maybe he had to go to the secret rebel base and ask the generals there what he could do with a weapon that he dared not use.
I will stream this casually at some point, but it might not be for a long time, and the speedrun is interesting, so I'm just gonna speedrun this game for a while now, because, you know, it's a good way to do things. Fast in what way?
The truth was, if it wasn't safe, then it was dangerous.
I think I will go for that health. That's a lot of health to just leave behind. I don't know if it was actually worth stopping for that health. I guess it kind of depends on if I take damage. But yeah, that full health is nice to have, even if I don't wind up needing it.
He wasn't that good. Yet.
Oh my god, this fight is awful. Oh, right, I remember this cutscene now. Duh. Makes sense.
They ran away.
I can't answer that one, no. That's, like, obviously beyond my abilities.
That was new. Most people still use doorknobs.
Ugh, this movement was atrocious, but at least I still have full health. I'm probably gonna lose a little bit of time here. Maybe actually more than a little bit, because the other fight was awful. There might be another bad fight here. Yep, this is another bad fight. Why can I not? What? Oh, I think he was That's the first I've ever seen. I'm gonna lose like 20 seconds. Gonna lose, yeah, about 20 seconds. Just, that fight was awful, and I've never actually seen that happen before. That Raven wound up... He wound up like partially on this platform, so apparently he could hit me, but I couldn't hit him. I lost 16 seconds. Every fight in this split was awful, so it makes sense. Oh, I can't skip this cutscene.
Yeah, it's brilliant, laughed Renato. He keeps sending ravens, none of them come back. How does he know it's my sword?
I suppose there's no harm if it fails. Take the Sky Ripper into a firing position,
Croaked the speaker.
I shall attempt to hail him by far, speaker.
I don't know if I mentioned soft locking on this split at all, but
Had no cards to play. Just a weapon.
in early game soft, like in the tutorial, there are several spots where you can easily soft lock, and
Of course, the Emperor couldn't be sure it wouldn't work.
if you try skipping a cutscene before the cutscene actually like shows up, it seems to soft lock most of the game, or most of the time. So I just don't do that. Still 40 seconds ahead. This is okay, but that would have been a sub 20 split there if I didn't get
What terms could he offer?
that glitch that I wasn't even aware was a thing
Step down
until it just happened.
and accept the rebellion? Was it asking too much? Maybe Renato would ask him to make
Yeah, most of the soft locks, like the ones in the tutorial,
He would never sacrifice
the only reason they exist is because you're, you know, glitching the game to begin with. You're not supposed to be able to move during cutscenes.
overconfident even. Like he was sure he could blow up the Emperor's ship to hell. I mean, who believes a cautious bluff? Renato wondered if it wasn't cheaper to build bridges and stairs.
I kind of need to kill that guy. My fights are awful lately. Like, they're not even awful in that... Well, they're going okay in that I'm not taking damage, but they're going awful in that they're slow.
It was strange. Fighting to place a weapon he could not use. But he
It's like I haven't taken damage in a fight in a while.
so much more humane than just
Here, if you don't count the,
and then he would just
you know,
Sky Ripper in case
the thing that you don't
someone
count.
was tempted. You
The
never knew about
glitch.
some of these other foxes.
That glitch was the only reason I took any damage on any of these fights, pretty much, I think.
He wished there were more pylons he could use the hook on. Really needed to construct additional pylons.
Yeah, this isn't going to be a great split, but it could save time. Oh, that was bad. I took some damage there, but I feel like with 60 health, I should still be fine. That was some dumb damage to take. It was a result of me also going slower than I should have been, but I think I'll be fine with 60 health for this fight.
Funny that this whole war had come about
I think this is the first fight where you fight the enemies with shields. So this is where, like, the real difficulty comes in. It's not until the shield enemies are introduced that it's that bad. Once you have to deal with the shield enemies, then you got a problem. They complicate things a bit. Oh yeah, I had a 40-second time save here, so I'm gonna be pretty okay.
he set up the Sky Ripper.
Yeah, that was still gold by like 20 seconds. It wasn't that great of a split, but it was still gold by like 20 seconds.
Ravens. I know you, Renato. You won't actually use that, she said. I know what the scientists told you. That it would totally blow up your fleet. You're reckless, Renato. Bold. Dashing. Brave. Devil-may-care. Wild. Impulsive. Hasty. Rash. Sometimes even a little harebrained. A bit feckless even. You just don't think things through.
Oh, get to the point, woman.
But you're not crazy.
How do you know I didn't go crazy? Demanded Renato, doing his very best to look crazy.
Well, go ahead then. Press the trigger.
Oh, damn her. She'd seen through him again. She never fell for his bluffs. This was the moment to do something brilliant. To come up with exactly the right thing to say, to make a heroic move. That's what heroes do. But he couldn't think of anything that wasn't obviously stupid. He was too shocked to move. Her ravens came and seized the Sky Ripper. He stared as they pushed it over the side into the abyss. Hey! I fought really hard to get that. It should never have come back. And he had to admit she was right. She had always been right. It was one of the frustrating things about her. Years later, as he rotted to his death in an Imperial prison cell, Renato was still trying to come up with something clever and heroic that he could have done in that last moment. But he never could. Okay, that was weird. He could have sworn he just died. Instead, he was on the farm there.
I guess now that I know how to skip that, that does actually skip a little bit more of the story than I used to skip, but still. I guess basically at this point, you're using a magic book to go back to the beginning of the story and make different choices.
The rebellion was in trouble. Ravens were scouting for the secret rebel base. They needed a game changer. Pieces of the Sky Ripper had surfaced. Renato knew that using it could go catastrophically wrong. But he was sure he could figure out how to use it safely. Also, a temple had risen out of empty desert. The Emperor had brought the Sky Ripper pieces up out of ancient burial by his obscene rituals. Could this be where the Iblis stone was hidden? Someone better get it before he does, thought Renato. On the other hand, his old friend Lapino needed rescuing. Lapino was no game changer, but could Renato really leave an old friend to the Ravens?
Almost lost time to that. Okay, so it looks like I'm a minute and 40 seconds ahead at this point. This is not a bad start to the run. I can work with that.
As he set foot on the island, Renato
Definitely could be a 149 with this run as long as I don't, you know, do a lot of bad things.
hoped the Mad Rabbit had somehow escaped the Ravens. He hoped they hadn't eaten him. If they had, he hoped they hadn't eaten him alive. Why had he chosen the Sky Ripper? Renato never made plans that required constant vigilance. He was a
I wanted to be safe there. I think I probably I'm making the right choice to play it safe around these guys right now.
He'd have to devote himself to it. No side journeys, no rescuing old friends. That was against his nature. Could he stick with it? The people...
Yeah, I lose time to not, you know, taking huge risks around those guys, but I think it's probably worth it. I need to hit this guy. No. Not that far back. I was playing a little bit close. As was that. I can't really do much there. I think I just had to take that damage. Crap. There's another one. Oh my god, finish him, please. That was an awful fight. Probably gonna lose a little bit of time here.
A puzzle.
Ugh.
If there was a puzzle, it was probably meant to
Yeah, I'm gonna say this will lose time. Wow, that only lost a half second. Wow. My PB really is like worse than I thought in spots like this. Like, I don't know how much time I could have saved there, but there was definitely at least 10 seconds of time save. If I just had decent fights anywhere.
Well, there was another island he could reach. Zenobia had just invaded it with her father's Raven battalions. She must be encamped there.
I'm trying to
still.
think if there's somewhere.
Zenobia now. That made no sense.
Oh, right, I should buy that.
First one friend,
That's something I should have done. I forgot.
was it?
I should have bought the
Need to hurry to face
shield hooking ability.
find him.
I had an extra point and I already was at an altar or shrine, whatever the hell. But yeah, I didn't use that and I should have. Because that is a very useful skill to have for like the entire run. It probably could have helped me out a little bit in at least one of those fights, but I didn't think to buy it, but I'm pretty sure it is available at this point. So it was a dumb mistake. I'm going to lose a little bit of time here. Maybe not on the split, but compared to PB, but I'm going to lose a little bit of time here because I have to stop at one of those
Dozen years since saw through school. He'd followed every
and spend that point.
every scrap of news. Not that he still loved her. After all, she was his enemy. No, it was solely because know your enemy. It would be great to see her, even if they faced off across sword points as they'd done so many times at school. The world was a less interesting place without her.
That was bad. Oh, that was very bad.
She'd be expecting him.
I'm gonna need this health.
You know, to cook up a clever
That was utter
Why wasn't he
stupid carelessness that caused me to take a ton of damage
The
there.
results tended to be disastrous. These streets were familiar. The sword through school was closed now, but he had been down that street 1,000 times. He knew that pub. He knew that alley.
Yeah, I think I would have already been dead at this point if I didn't get that extra health.
No wonder Zenobia had chosen to invade this island herself.
Yeah, I still saved time compared to PB, but that split was awful in like 3 different ways.
Where were her guards? Fine. That makes no
Hopefully it doesn't bite me on like any of the next splits because my health is way lower than it should be. I should probably have 100 health right now, but instead I have like 40.
If Renato came face to face with the Emperor, maybe he could assassinate him. But maybe it would be smarter and safer to turn Zenobia against her father.
Okay, here I apparently have a 41-second time save, so I should easily be like 2 minutes ahead after this split.
What kind of proof could you possibly have?
Did I just... I don't know what just happened. I think I soft locked it. Maybe? This is confusing. I don't know what's happening. Is this okay? Is this gonna work out somehow? I have no idea. Let's hope for the best, I guess.
She caught up with him.
You know, I think that might have... Oh, maybe it still is. Never mind. I think I am soft locked. Shit. I'm pretty sure I am. Because I should be able to swing my sword right now. I would think.
The Emperor learned enough secrets from Renato to crush the rebellion.
I don't really understand how the different types of soft locks in this game work.
Energy spheres. Easy to dodge.
Oh, I can swing my sword now. Never mind. Whatever is going on, I'm not soft locked. I don't know if I was or I know for some kinds of soft locks in this game, it seems like getting text boxes removes you from them, but I don't know what caused that one to happen and what caused me to get out of it. But I can move again, so okay.
Some people were just liable to explode.
We're fine. I feel like I was sort of soft locked there for a while, if that makes sense, because I couldn't use my sword for a while there, and I'm pretty sure there's no real reason for me to not have been able to use my sword. Maybe you can't use your sword on these platforms. Maybe that's always been a thing, and I'm just noticing it right now, because I can't use my sword here. Maybe I'm just completely wrong. Well, whatever, I golded it by like 15 seconds, so it's fine. That was the most confusing split of the run so far. I thought I soft locked and then I guess I didn't. Something I wonder is if I didn't get the first fight skip, I think I would have been soft locked there. I don't know, because I didn't actually test. But if I wasn't able to swing my sword around and I activated a fight at that point, then there wouldn't be any way of continuing.
Was it true? Was he on this adventure?
I don't think I've known of a single soft lock that actually fits that definition. I can't get to that guy at the back. Oh my fucking god, this fight. Ugh. I feel like I probably should have decided not to do a run today, but I'm still having fun. I'm just, like, getting overly frustrated at small things, and it's noticeable. And I wouldn't be swearing at things if I wasn't so tired, but it's fine. God, I hate how they keep getting in the way of the enemy I'm trying to hit.
There are a lot of dead ravens along the side of the road.
It's like maybe there's some way I'm gonna have to learn how to set up some of these fights so that I can actually do what I want to do, because like so many fights I'm just trying to hit one enemy, but all of the worthless enemies just stand in my way of the enemy I'm actually trying to hit, because some enemies you can't grab, and I want to kill the ones that you know, can't grab, because you have to hit them with something to be able to get a one-hit kill on them. I'm low on health, but this is one of the points in the game where you can pick up some health without losing time, so should be okay. I didn't get much, but wow, that's actually the least amount of health I've ever gotten at this point. Normally you get like 50 health at least here, but I only got 20. It's some bad luck. I shouldn't be trying to spend points. I need to save those. think I need to save them until I unlock the next ending.
The summit, expecting no one. But there she was, stealing, pacing. I'm going to kill him, she said. I'm going to kill all his ravens, and then him, and then his family, and all the eggs and tadpoles. And then I'm going to burn down their pond. Did you?
Keep trying to skip this cutscene, but this is another one you can't skip, so let's not do that.
Are you feeling normal? Because you seem a little bloodthirsty. Yes, obviously he wants blood. Humans always want blood. You really want power from a demonic rock? You want the stone, don't you? Not really. Good. I'd rather not have to kill you. He told her he loved her. That he wouldn't let the Iblis stone take her, even if he had to die for it. Well, he planned to tell her. Now didn't seem like the right time. She'd probably cool off in a bit. So he let her get in her ship and fly off.
I think I could still pretty realistically get like a 149 with this run, but I'm gonna have to start playing a little bit better and not make a really dumb mistake, like buying several of the wrong abilities. That would be a bad idea. And I need to like try not to die here, because if I don't die here, I should be fine for a while, but if I die here, I'm gonna lose a lot of time. If I don't die here, I should be fine, because after an ending you get full health again, and in the next story I have the stone that regenerates health when I kill things, so it's a lot easier to not die on that path.
She was going out of her way to kill everything in her path. This wasn't Zenobia, not as he knew her. The portal was heavily guarded.
It better not be heavily guarded. Okay, good. I managed to avoid the portal being heavily guarded. How the hell did he dash that way? I've never had that happen before. I was clearly holding the analog stick the other way the entire time, long before the option to dash even came up, so I'm not sure how he ever got the idea to dash that way. Rather not be in that explosion, to be honest. That explosion definitely would have killed me, so I feel like staying away from it was probably the right move.
So, his beloved was possessed by the spirit of a demon. That's what it meant to be a hero. To brave the dark.
Why the fuck? Well, I didn't die, so that's something. Okay, I can get a little bit of health back here, that's good. I don't think that really cost me time because I failed at hooking this ship in the first place. I feel like I could have got that first cycle, but it's not because I went for health that I missed it. Why can I not grab that? This was a very bad split. This is probably about as bad as this can be going without dying. But I guess that's still much better than dying. Yeah, I'll take this. I hope I don't get hit by these cannons. You know, I'm actually gonna wait out and let them fire before I try to go ahead, because I really would rather be on the safe side with this one. Just really don't want to die on this split.
What were these poles exactly? Parking meters from the time of the lost gods?
It's like the one thing I want to avoid. For some reason, I specifically don't want to die on this split. I'd rather not die in the whole run, but I really don't want it to happen on this split. Bad fight. I didn't even see that guy. Yeah, this was a bad fight. I think I could probably save time here, though. Yeah, okay, that's still gold, but I can definitely save more time than that in the future. Probably save like 20 more seconds if that split went perfectly. It was some pretty bad fights.
It froze him in his tracks. The Emperor stared at him. Run, he told the toad, or hop. But he didn't manage to voice it, only think it. Zenobia stabbed her blade forward, and His Majesty fell dead. She began laughing hysterically. Was she weeping? Just walk away, she laughed at him. I've no more use for you. There was something he needed to do, but he couldn't figure out what it was. So he did as he was told. As he walked away, he felt chill in the world. The light in the sky seemed to dim. He didn't dare turn. He had a nagging feeling there was something he should have done just then. Something heroic. But he could not have taken the Abel stone from her by force. And she would not have parted with it willingly. A cold wind blew from where she had been. But he still didn't dare turn. And then, an awful laughter filled the air. And all the torches and all the ships went out. And he realized what he should have done. But by then, it was too late to do anything. Renato stared at the book. He was still alive. Again. And still only flying away. The clouds parted over the Isles of Boreas. It was time to choose. The rebellion was in trouble. Ravens were scouting for the secret rebel base. They needed a game changer. Pieces of the Sky Ripper had surfaced. Renata knew that using it could go catastrophically wrong. He was sure he could figure out how to use it safely. Also, a temple had risen out of empty desert. The Emperor had brought the Sky Ripper pieces up out of ancient burial by his obscene rituals. Could this be where the Iblis stone was hidden? Someone better get it before he does, thought Renato. On the other hand, his old friend Lapino needed rescuing. Lapino was no game changer, but could Renato really leave an old friend to the Ravens?
Let's see what I can do on this split. This split should be an easy one, but I might take some risks on this one just because it should be easy, which might make it difficult.
Every time
It should be easy, but I might make it difficult just because.
ancient codices held hints of other things.
I guess that's the way to put it.
A stone that ate souls. A ruby that drank blood. A jewel only a righteous man could give away. Were all these things the Iblis stone? All hidden in a buried temple.
Nice, I got to the switch
Only resurfacing,
really well.
drawn up from the deeps by the Emperor's horrific rituals.
Take the shield. Just. That fight was going well at first, but then it kinda didn't. Kinda did not continue well. But at least I avoided damage.
Still searching for a way.
This is a kind of a split where avoiding damage is a good thing. Okay. Yeah, I do want to buy these, but actually, no, that was not the right. That was not the right decision on what to buy there. I just screwed up. It's not a major screw up, but it is a thing. that's not going to be a major time loss that I selected those abilities. But I think I will lose a little bit of time to that decision. Just because I won't be able to dash as much as I should be able to. But it's not a huge loss, like I'm saying several times. Yeah, I took a hit there. That probably is not a good thing, but I think I can manage. Shield hook ability is so inconsistent, I don't really get it. Ugh. At least those things don't do much damage, because I get hit by all of them. Okay. I got that health, so I should be fine to not do this next puzzle. But I'm probably going to lose time on this split. Lose time on this split, but shouldn't be much, and I should be in good position for the rest of this segment of the game. I didn't actually need to stop for that health, but whatever. Best to be on the safe side. I only lost 6 seconds.
It reflected no light, like a void.
Like, I really don't understand why the shield hook ability fails so much. I'm not sure if that's intentional or if it just... Sometimes it doesn't work because you cancel it and try and attack while you're in the middle of it, but sometimes, even if you're just staying there trying to do nothing but take the shield away, it still doesn't work. It's pretty much one of the big reasons that those enemies are the worst. The bomb enemies are really bad if you're not careful around them, but otherwise the shield guys are the worst. I'd say in general the bombers are probably the second worst, but in the final fight they're probably the worst because there's so many of them.
As he placed the possibly black crystal in his garment, Renata had a sudden vision. Charred fields covered in dead ravens below a black sun.
Was it the time of the lost gods, before the transcendent emperor? Was it the future? It whispered.
Right. Tempted to stop for health, but I know now that I have this, I don't need it.
Thirst for blood. All right, I get it.
This was going to be interesting.
Ugh, got stuck on that pole. That's slow, but it's fine.
Can't we just agree to disagree? Said Renata. No?
Just take the damn thing. It's like, yeah, this buff from this stone is pretty much overpowered. I mean, I took a hit in that fight, and I'm pretty sure I still gained quite a bit of health.
The stone told him.
He couldn't do worse with Zenobia than he'd done with the core, could he?
I got stuck on that. I am gonna have to get used to that movement sometime, because that's difficult, surprisingly deceptively difficult movement to do. Shield breaker, I don't think that's really worth equipping right now. I'll equip it later when it doesn't lose time.
She seemed as cocksure as he felt. But she didn't know he had the stone. And I'd missed it too, love. She spotted the stone. And bolted at another word.
That was a decent fight. It could go a lot better, though. Still saved quite a bit of time.
Finally, Renato caught up to her. He had never seen her scared before. At school, she'd been the determined, brave one. Please. No, said Zenobia. Not that way. Oh, they had been so close once. Could he really feed her soul to his demonic gem? But if he spared her, he would not get the full power of the stone. Oh, how could he be the hero he wanted to be?
Oh, that's too bad. Alright, so if this split goes well, apparently I could be 5 minutes ahead. Because apparently I have a minute of time save here. So let's do that. Get that time save and just keep going. Although it's not that bad if I don't get the whole 5 minutes. Or if I don't get the whole minute of time save here. I don't know if it's worth me stopping and buying any of the skill perks right now. It would... I'd get a little bit more stamina out of it, but I don't know if that would save as much time as it would cost to spend them. Because, like, a lot of spots around here you can't really do much dashing anyway. It's like here I want to be careful to not spawn the enemies, so I just kind of dash around the outside. Up ahead was Lupino, and now he's dead, because that's how this ending goes.
There were stickers all over the platform, really hot plate boxes with pictures and addresses and everything.
Damn, I missed. That would have been pretty good if I didn't miss. I'm a little bit confused on what just happened, but nice minute and 8 seconds of time save.
Rampaging at the last moment, but it was only silence. The Emperor was scared, like little girl. Well, he would gather the rebel army and slaughter the Imperial fleet. Applauding the Iblistone. Then the Emperor would have to answer his far speaker, wouldn't he? Who are you?
I almost want to make a significant mistake somewhere, but I don't think that's a good idea.
The mountains. Over the mountains.
I feel like I've made enough minor mistakes this run that even if I don't make a significant mistake somewhere, I can still do more runs for PB attempts. But this run is going, like, it feels like it's going way better than it should right now. It feels like if it keeps going this well, it could be hard to beat, but there's definitely time save. I had quite a few bad fights. I haven't died at all yet, though. That's the big thing. I haven't died or not been able to progress and had to exit out.
But then he realized they're probably looking for me. They must be very scared of me.
Just gonna let those guys blow up. Honestly, I probably should have just...
Whispered the Iblistone.
I don't know, maybe I couldn't have hit both of them at once. Like, it's probably a better idea to use some of those bombers and just blow up with them. Since with the stone perk, I mean, I regain health anyway. I think I'm just gonna not spend skill points until after this ending.
purge the stone.
Yeah, no soft locks this run. There was a point where I thought I did, but I guess I was just mistaken, and that wasn't early either. It was like 20 minutes into the run, so it would have been a lot worse then. But yeah, this run's gone pretty well all around.
Not counting the transcendent emperor, obviously, who had banished the last gods and started time. Yes, he should be emperor. He would make a great emperor. Right, Stone?
Oh, that was really good. I managed to blow up both of those bombs like that without even getting hit by any of them. Honestly, it wouldn't have been a big deal if I did get hit, because I have the health to deal with it, but not getting hit just adds so much to it. Just makes it that much better.
So he was close to the rebel base.
If I lose time here, I assume it's just because I can't dash white. What the hell's going on right now? Why can I not use my hook? That was really weird. I couldn't use my hook for a while. This game is very fascinating. No, do not get hit by this guy right now. Okay, I died there, but I feel like I can entirely blame that on how the game just glitched out for a second. Like, right there, I was able to use my hook right at the start of that fight. Like, why could I not do that last time? This game is... I don't know. Sometimes. Most of the glitches in this game that are bad only happen because you're doing things you really shouldn't be doing as a speedrunner. But that glitch where I just couldn't use the hook, that's a new one, and there's not really a reason for it as far as I'm aware.
Let's take the emperor. They looked confused and nervous. Had he mentioned the emperor thing?
So I lost 30 seconds there, and it was almost entirely because I just couldn't use the hook at the start of that fight, and that just really threw off my mindset for the rest of it, and I wasn't really sure anymore of anything. But hey, I mean, I said earlier I sort of wanted a significant mistake somewhere, so that's something. I could still 149 with this. It's just kind of difficult from here. I'd need to get some gold somewhere. But it's definitely still possible.
Anything he wanted to. After all, he was a true hero, the best warrior that ever was. No one can stop him now. But first, finish him. The Emperor.
Really disappointed in that death, but I can just try to look past it and realize that my goal is still very possible this run. Just focus and don't screw up too much more, and it's fine.
He didn't have to kill all the ravens. He could enslave them, and enslave the toads too. All the animals would worship him as a god.
That was a little bit too close. I don't know how I didn't accidentally trigger that fight there. I walked way too far from the edge there. But I still got the fight skip, so it's fine. Just stop taking hits. Stop taking hits and you're fine. I took way too many hits there and I lost time because the fight was bad, but I should be fine just because of the Iblis Stone effect. Like, this would be really bad if I was on any other ending, but since I'm on this one, getting hit a few times really isn't that big of a deal as long as I get some kills to get my health back. I just need to stop taking so many stupid hits, especially here. Yes, immediately throw a bomb at yourself after saying that. That's totally what I meant to do. Stop taking stupid hits, unless you're blowing yourself up. That doesn't count. That's not stupid, is it? Blowing yourself up, perfectly formal. Yes, that's what I meant to say. Clearly, I'm very sensible. All around. Everything I'm saying is making sense. But yes, I was very tired when I started this stream, and it's definitely showing in a few areas. Like how little sense I'm making. Alright, that fight was kind of bad. I don't think I'll lose much time here, though. If any. It's probably gonna be close. Well, that was less close than I expected. I saved 9 seconds with that. That whole split was pretty awful, but apparently it was gold, so okay.
Back to hell, fiend! Croaked the Emperor desperately. In the name of the transcendent Emperor! Croaked the speaker. He held some arcane items he didn't recognize. He simply flexed his will and sucked their souls out of their bodies. And Iblis exulted. It is finished. And the void that had been a mere stone on a sword expanded. It stretched and ripped like a vast womb. And a gaze black and pitiless as the sun passed through the void into the land. And so time ended.
Time ended. But our timer's still going. Because time ending isn't that big of a deal.
Back on the Farfarer. Still
We've still got a speed run to do here. And time ending isn't going to stop that.
The clouds parted over the Isles of Boreas. It was time to choose. The rebellion was in trouble. Ravens were scouting for the secret rebel base. They needed a game changer. Pieces of the Sky Ripper had surfaced. Renata knew that using it could go catastrophically wrong. But he was sure he could figure out how to use it safely. Also, a temple had risen out of empty desert. The Iblis stone was hidden there. It was a dangerous artifact. It could corrupt its user into a bloodthirsty monster. Maybe he could find a way to use it. To take its power without surrendering to its wickedness. On the other hand, his old friend Lapino needed rescuing. Lapino was no game changer. Could Renata really leave an old friend to the Ravens?
Alright. Things are going okay. 4:49 ahead. I could be 5 minutes ahead, but I think I was 5 minutes ahead, actually. I don't even remember already. Shows what I remember. I think I was 5 minutes ahead until that death where I lost like 30 seconds, and then I'm just gonna have to make back that time and be 5 minutes ahead again later. It's fine.
Why had he chosen the Sky Ripper? Renata never made plans that required constant vigilance. He was a hero.
I feel like I could go faster there, but
Just went with his gut and hoped it all worked out.
I'll worry about that later.
Long shot. He'd have to devote himself to it. No side journeys, no rescue
rescuing old friends.
Yeah, I can't really go there. I have to just
Could he stick with it?
wait for him to turn.
The people
Because I think they do a ridiculous amount of damage at this point. Like, you can sort of tank them early on, but if you try to do that now, you're gonna really regret it.
As the transcendent emperor had fought the lost gods, thousands had died. But Bernardo had been through wars. The only merciful war was a short one.
That's the worst enemy I could have attacked first, but... You know, this is okay. This is working out okay. That was a decent fight. Surprisingly decent. And I'm pretty openly disappointed in you. It's all fine.
Well, the eyes have had it.
Damn it. Like, I'm trying to counter all of these attacks at once, and it is... Wow, holy crap, that chain of attacks was ridiculous. Every single attack I reacted to, like, after it happened, which obviously doesn't help, but usually they don't string so many attacks together back to back like that. That was a lot of attacks in a very short span of time. For AI like this, I don't know. The AI doesn't normally overwhelm you, but I guess it can when it wants to. So I'm gonna lose time here. This is a pretty bad place to die. But oh, never mind. That's a gold by 35 seconds. Apparently, you know what? It makes sense. I feel like this is a split that can easily go wrong, and it must have gone so much more wrong on my previous PB. So I'm back on, like, I could technically 148 with this run if I do well from here. It's like I definitely have some more golds that I could get. That would help a lot, but it's gonna be a bit difficult to try to save all the time I need to save. It's going to be difficult, but I'm going to try to do it, and whatever kind of PB I get here, assuming it PBs, which I really feel like it probably should, but since I died twice this run, whatever time I get, I can beat it in the future, so I can feel free to run against it some more.
The truth is, though, you wanted to see her, wasn't it?
I feel like I should go for more health. Yeah, I will when the opportunities come up, like here. That was not good in any way. I just lost like 6 seconds and didn't get health because of how badly that went. I guess that is a very bad spot to try looking for health. So I should take note of that and not do that ever again. Okay. Well, that raven went flying. In, you know, a less traditional way than you would expect ravens to go flying. Apparently not. There's nothing useful in any of these pots. Maybe I should stop checking them because I'm just wasting time at this point. But it's okay. We'll manage. If only I could figure out how to do this movement. That was much better than usual. That wasn't good, but... Wow, I'm getting like the most useless gems possible on all of my runs.
She'd be expecting him. And he didn't have Lapino to cook up a clever plan. Why was it again that he hadn't got the core? Maybe because the result tended to be disastrous. These streets were familiar. The sorcerer's school was closed now, but he had been down that street 1,000 times. He knew that pub. He knew that alley. He knew the alley behind it much too well. No wonder Zenobia had chosen to invade this island herself.
Alright, what kind of time loss? Only half a second, that's fine. I was pretty sure I was going to lose time with all the things that happened there. Oh yeah, all the things being how much time I wasted looking for health. I also lost some time not skipping that cutscene promptly. Oops. But this is fine. I think.
Bernardo came face to face with the Emperor.
Yeah, I lost like 6 seconds or something just being stupid. Trying to get health and I never actually got any. So it was all just a waste of time. I just have to hope I don't die. That's pretty much all there is to it. I'm not finding any health anywhere. I just have to not take damage then.
It was a short, safe landing. At least this part of the Nexus hadn't changed too much. Zenobia had been taking him to the Imperial outpost. She'd never expected to go there by himself. Well, maybe she would. Never knew with her. Bernardo wondered what would happen if he jumped. Would he be rescued by an emergency platform?
I was a little bit confused on what was going on in that fight, but overall it was pretty good.
She would probably guess that was his plan all along. Perfect. Maybe she wouldn't use the Sky River. At least not without taking it to the scientists at the observatory.
I'm getting a lot better at not dying in this game, but
Coming to the outpost?
I can get better than I am right now for sure. I'm not that good, but I'm better than I was. Very good at knowing where that fight ends. Wasted a couple seconds to that, but that's still an 11-second gold, so it's fine. 5.5 minutes ahead. This should probably PB. Somehow. Some way. By some amount.
But maybe he could find her in the mountains. She always used to go to the mountains to hide from the world. Maybe he could even turn her against her father. Or maybe he could reap the benefits of the chaos he had sown. It was time to report to the Rebel Council. Then launch the attack on a divided and very confused Imperial fleet.
I might actually... I think I said 148 was possible earlier, but I think if things went really smoothly, I could maybe even 147 with it. Which would be nice. It's hard to say if that's really possible, though. If I had to guess, I'd say it's almost certainly possible, but maybe not entirely realistic, and I'm wasting time not getting health some more. Just wasted another like 5 seconds and still didn't get any health out of it.
There were ravens everywhere. But where weren't there ravens these days? He missed her. And Zenobia, Hypatia, the kid's mother. Bernardo had never thought he'd date a librarian. He'd always figured
A little more health I can try to get up here, but...
then he never figured the library of
Okay, we actually got some health. That's surprising and welcome.
he missed her.
Alright. God. Take the shield, please. Thank you. probably not gonna save much time here, but I don't know, I keep saying like everywhere I'm not gonna save time, but then in most places I save time anyway just because my PB is bad. So I'm not gonna say I won't save time, but maybe I won't save time. Okay, now I'm not gonna save time. I was really clueless on what I was doing there. That was a huge waste because I had like 80 health. And now I'm gonna be down to 50 and lose a minute. So 147's not happening anymore, if it was. Especially since the way this works, I have to wait out like their entire cycle now to do anything. And this cycle. And that cycle. And still die with that. Oh my god, yeah, I'm gonna lose like 2 minutes on this split. Like this. Oh, I guess it. That still killed me. I guess it respawns you after the first case, so that's not as bad as I thought, but. Let's actually, you know, not die this time. I'm going to lose like a minute and a half, probably, but we'll see. Yeah, this is a split that very frequently goes very badly. Just please let me kill these guys. Where am I? What am I doing? Please stop what's happening. I can't believe I didn't die there. Alright, I lost 31 seconds. I was expecting to lose like a minute and a half, so I guess I can't be too disappointed in that. It's bad, but I expected worse.
He began to realize they weren't laughing, just staring at him with those big bug eyes. Zenobia, let you escape? Asked the speaker. How do we know you're not a double agent? Then I wouldn't tell you about her at all. Maybe you're trying to sound like an idiot, so we don't realize how clever you are, croaked the speaker. No, I promise you, I really am that much of an idiot, Renato was about to say when a half-dozen Imperial ships began to bomb the base. He's betrayed us, croaked the toads, and Renato decided it would be good to be somewhere else. He boarded the Farfarer and got out of there. The wind ruffled Renato's fur the wrong way. So, the rebels thought he was lying too? Because a half-dozen lousy dropships had probably just tripped over the rebel base? Okay, technically, he had betrayed his location, but not willingly. And he'd made up for it, hadn't he? Then, something exploded. A cannon shot.
I can still 149 with this, but this is very much not a good run, since, I don't know. I don't even know how many times I died in that last split. 3? I think 3. So the deaths are kind of piling up, and I'm probably going to die on this split since I'm going into it with 15 health. Oh, I think I gotta level up somewhere. I probably should have spent that. Well, if I did, I'll spend it here. That's definitely the way to go. Should definitely spend these levels, since they'll let me kill things faster and easier. Yeah, I do have at least one level I can spend. Let's do that. Okay, I do only have one level, so it's not like it would be a terrible thing to not spend it here.
The portal led right into the middle of the fleet. It was a glaring weakness in the defense.
We'll hope this split goes well, but I really am not counting on this one going well, especially considering the amount of health I have going into it. Yeah, that ability I just bought is already come in handy once, but
Much easier than
Still don't think it's that useful overall here
Rebels were fighting ravens everywhere.
compared to, you know, some other
No one was summoning giant
possibilities.
bears out of the clouds. There were no locusts.
Alright, this ship is on a bad cycle, so I'm gonna look for health and not find any. I think maybe health drops are less common as the game goes on. Like, things do more damage, and it looks like health drops are less common. It would make sense. Like, less health drops, more damage. Nice artificial difficulty. Alright, I'm gonna go for the fast cycle here. Because if I don't get it, I get to die. And that's not even a bad idea here. But I did get the fast cycle, so that works too. I'll just probably die on the fight instead. But if I don't die on the fight, this is a really good split. And I'll be back on a decent run. I guess just try to play it cautiously then. Nice. Didn't die. Wasn't expecting that. I still lost 5 seconds there? I thought that was going to be a good split if I didn't die. I don't know, I guess my PB must have just done better. Maybe my PB didn't spend any points to level up on that split. That would make sense.
Some sort of traitor, and the Emperor still thought Zenobia was a traitor.
Yeah, I guess that's how it works, like...
Should he run down there and rescue her?
Like, those things on that other split in that other section were killing me, like, instantly, and at the start of the game... At the start of the game, you can sort of just walk through them, and it's not really a big deal.
One of them kept getting bigger as it fell. Huh? Oh. Oh. Damn it. He lost again. And died.
Oh, crap. That ending is really short. I was about to actually do something during this cutscene, but the cutscene was already over. I'm really surprised I lost 5 seconds there. I guess that split went really well on PB.
Over the Isles of Boreas. It was time to choose.
I can still 149, but it's gonna be hard.
Was in trouble. Ravens are scouting for the secret rebel base. They needed a game changer. Pieces of the Sky Ripper had surfaced. Renata knew that using it could go catastrophically wrong. But he was sure he could figure out how to use it safely. Also, a temple had risen out of empty desert. The Iblis stone was hidden there. It was a dangerous artifact. It could corrupt its user into a bloodthirsty monster. Maybe he could find a way to use it. To take its power without surrendering to its wickedness. And also,
Yeah, 149 is gonna be difficult from here. I don't think it's gonna happen. I'm gonna try to get a 151, I guess, with this run.
Pino had betrayed the rebellion. And he had a gut feeling that he needed to use that to his
I could very realistically 150, very possibly 149, but I'm just gonna try to get a 151 with this. That should be very, very achievable.
Renato couldn't quite put his paw on when he realized that Pino was
I don't think this cutscene is skippable, but I'm gonna keep pressing circle anyway, because I've been fooled before.
The rabbit had been on too many disastrous missions where he was the only survivor, or where he accidentally missed getting on the boat that went down to the abyss in flames. If Renato could prevent Rapido from getting back to the fleet with all the intelligence he'd probably gathered, it might be worth the trip.
Okay, now I gotta stop pressing it, because if I press it here, I could wind up not being able, or no, that's not even this one. If I press it here, I could just not load into the map, and that would lose me time. Because My character kinda has to exist for me to run the game.
How had they come to this? They'd been on so many adventures together. Lapino had talked Renato out of prison at least 4 times, and Renato had rescued Lapino from at least 2 lynch mobs.
Alright, here, I guess from here on out I want to try to be really careful with health if I can, because stopping for health at any point from this point on I think is a time loss. Actually no, there is one spot on the mountains. I can actually get some health on the mountains, but it's very RNG dependent, as last time I was there would show, because last time I barely got any health there. Usually you get a decent amount of health there, but last time I only got like 2. Oh, I should spend this.
He missed his old skills. He welcomed them back like it was at a reunion.
I guess I had an extra level too, so I wasn't actually sure what to spend the last level on. That's one thing that I don't have routed at all. Like, if I get an extra level there, how do I even want to spend it? How did... I'm very baffled by how I managed to get attacked by that guy. But I've already forgotten what happened, so I don't remember why I'm baffled.
If they got to Lapino first, the rabbit would give the Empire.
I guess the one thing I don't know where to spend that extra skill point. Like, whoops, that was very bad management there. Like, I can spend it on health, but I don't think that's necessarily a good idea. Of course, if I'm fighting like this, having extra health is a good idea, but in general, I feel like it would be better. It could maybe be better spent somewhere else, but I don't know. Yeah, I'm gonna lose some time on this split, and I lost a lot of health for no reason. And I'm dead. This went very downhill very fast, and I'm going to lose very much time. Yeah, that's where I wanted to throw him. Sure, we'll go with that. Yeah, there's only 3 enemies there, and I managed to die to them. Pretty bad split. I lost like 20 seconds on chapter 1, and my health is bad.
The Ravens are coming. Now, I got a clever plan to kidnap Zenobia. Renato wanted to clap shackles on the rabbit and shout, "You're a traitor, and I'm not falling for it." But if there was one thing Renato was sure of, it was that the core of the Sky River was dangerous mostly to its user.
You know, this is a 2-hour run. Mistakes are gonna be made, but I've made enough mistakes that whatever this run turns into, it's not good enough. But I need more health somehow. But I don't know if there's any good spots to try to get it. Aside from the mountains, like, there's a good health spot on the mountains if it cooperates, but I don't know, I guess there's a few pots I can try to break here. I'd hope they go well. Those pots are not good pots to try for. I'm gonna skip those. There's gotta be somewhere I can get some health without losing too much time, because I'm not confident in doing things with 62 health. Especially considering you have an ability at this point that makes it so you can't counter attacks. Which is, you'd think wouldn't be a good ability to have, but it is, because it also lets you kill things a lot faster when it works in your favor. Okay, that didn't give me anything.
Hey, your workbench. We could try out his new blade.
He could, but there's actually a workbench I can use in a little bit that doesn't lose time to use, so I'm gonna use that workbench instead. because I don't like losing time for no reason. Whoa, what the hell was going on there? Okay, that's another gem that I don't think is useful to me at all. But I'm gonna equip it anyway because I got nothing better to do. Got nothing better to do during this cutscene.
I barely got away. Oh, they got the core.
Where am I? Can you rotate the camera, please, cutscene? I can't see where I am. Okay, there I am. There's the workbench. Now let's equip these gems. These gems are so worthless. Shield Breaker, I guess, is good as a backup. Treasure Hunter is worthless. Critical Chance is probably worthless. But you got nothing better to do during this cutscene. Like, if I had an extra skill point to spend, I could spend it now. Like, you can spend levels during this cutscene as well without losing time, but there's... I already spent the other one on health. It might actually be better to do that during this cutscene, now that I think about it. Like, even though I was already in the menu, I don't know. I would get an extra health boost here for the last fight of this area. I don't know if that's really necessary, though. It would bring me to 75 health instead of 62. That's not a huge difference.
You go on ahead. I'll check it out. And with that, Lepino hopped off with the map.
And the floating sword. Alright, now I can actually move. I could break those paws for health, but at this point I feel like I'm just wanting to go all in with this barely having out any health thing. Oh god. Please. Please stop whatever's happening. Fuck. I saw that coming from so far away. I completely lost it. Like, it's kinda hard to explain, but like, it seems like I know when I'm going to be fighting bad enough that I'm going to die. Like, here, it's probably going to happen again, but I sort of have a feeling I'm gonna make it okay. And I did. So it's like, it seems like just, I don't know. It seems like I can always just have a feeling that on whether I'm going to get through a fight or not. And that was a really bad fight. Even the one that I survived was a really bad fight, so.
Did you really think you could capture me? Heard a familiar voice. I just wanted to chat. Said Renato. Did you ever wonder why the Emperor adopted you? He needs a sacrifice. Someone who truly loves him.
I don't think I'll get a 151 with this run anymore. It's still possible, but I really doubt it.
That's crazy. Why would anyone? They could make him immortal.
I think technically I could still 150 with this run, but I've had so many bad fights in the last half of the run. So many bad mistakes in general in the last half of the run. The first half was pretty good, but not so much this part of the run. It's fine though. More time saved for the next run. Assuming I can PB with this. Like, the final fight could technically kill PB, I guess, but I don't think I'm gonna do that bad at it. Oops. I forget that there's 2 skippable cutscenes there.
Imagine if you built a house of one of these things. That would be amazing. It would be like having a boat.
I do want to see if I can get health somewhere, but I don't think there's really anywhere good to get health here.
Had started after atrocities. that the Empire hushed up.
So I'm just gonna go with it and hope I don't need it. Or go without it in this case. I'm probably gonna spawn some health going through here, but I don't want to pick it up because then I'll probably screw up the fight skip. Also, it didn't even spawn any health. That's pretty great. All those things I just broke and they still didn't spawn any health. Nice. Nice. I'm wondering if I should take an intentional death just to get a little bit of health back. I'm not going to, but I'm going to die by accident. Going to die by accident in about the exact same amount of time it would have taken to take an intentional death, so that works, I guess. It works like an intentional death, it just wasn't intentional. And thanks for the good luck. God. This is... Yeah, I'll go for that. I should be able to hit that before I take damage. How the hell did I not take damage there? Okay. That's a good thing, but also how? I really am baffled by avoiding damage there, but I also lost time because I missed the hook several times. So I'm gonna save probably a bunch of time here, but I did die once, so it would make sense that I don't gold this. Yeah, I only lost 2 seconds compared to gold, so clearly the gold is improvable, but you know, it's fine.
Dead scientists and black feathers everywhere. The Ravens are taking special care. So, Bernardo explained his brilliant gambit.
I feel like I could have won 51 with this. I still feel like I can definitely do it, but I don't think it'll happen. Just... It's one of those feelings like the feelings I have right before I die in a fight. Like, I know I can do it, but... Oh wait, you don't even go to the mountains here. What was I thinking? I thought I was going to be able to get health on the mountains, but you don't go to the mountains on this story. But I could potentially get some health here if things go well, so it's not quite as efficient as getting health from the mountains, but it's pretty fast if it works, and I will go for it.
What was more important than meeting the rebel council? Had he made a mistake, sending out the ruins?
Kind of wanted to break some more of those pots than I did, but it's fine.
She could trust him because she could see right through him. Well, she'd probably be there well before him.
I do want to pick up some health. I don't want to have to go through the final the final fight with less than half health. But it's all down to whether the pots give me anything. And right now they are absolutely not. All of these pots and I'm not getting a single thing out of them. Okay, there's some health. There we go. Now we're in business. I'm gonna have to throw this guy over there because I want this health pretty badly. Okay, that's nearly full health. It definitely cost me time to throw things around that corner and pick up that health, but I feel like that's probably worth it for the health that I picked up. Hopefully I don't waste it all on the gogglers, because that would be a really dumb mistake. Alright, welcome back from the void of bad internet.
She never used a combat spell when she could use drowsy gas. That meant she had the Ember Stone. What would it do to her?
She hated her father. She'd kill him for sure.
Okay, this split could be good if I don't lose a bunch of health on the final fight. I might still lose time even if this final fight goes well, but I want to save health here. I really just want to save the health. It's very important to me right now. Okay, nice. I didn't take any damage, so that went well. This was a good split. I golded by 53 seconds and I gained a nearly full health. Good. I guess I could still 151 pretty realistically with this. I could still 150 with this.
Why?
And I could still probably 149 with this if it went really well.
I wanted their blood. Not me. The stone did. Why did you...
I don't know how much time I can save on this gold. I know there's some more time saved there, because my gold dies on the final fight at least once, but
No, you can't. You just
I'm really curious what kind of PB I could get with this.
no way.
If I manage to not PB with this, then that's a huge choke to the point where I'm not even sure I should ever play this game again. Or show my... well, never mind. Let's just PB with this. No more thinking about what would happen if I didn't. Because I'm ahead by over 5.5 minutes.
They have to take it back.
If I manage to not PB with this, something is very, very wrong. Yeah, I could see you losing time on this split if it goes badly, but
Heavily guarded. It must go
the portal was heavily guarded by nothing. That never gets old, that fight skip. That fight skip is just funny just because sometimes the narrator mentions how the portal was heavily guarded. Okay. I almost took a lot of damage there, but I wound up never taking damage, so that's fine. Oh, I accidentally fell off the world. That loses a bit of time, but it's fine. I don't know why in that specific situation it's so easy to dash off of the world, but it happens.
And there it was.
I mean, I could do it on purpose, but I don't think I could find a way to do it by accident. This is bad. Oh, this is very bad. Ugh, now I have to try to do like a perfect final fight. Why is he not dead yet? God, that was awful. Alright, well, I have 52 health for the final fight. Wishing myself good luck. I'm gonna need it. final fight is absolutely insane, but, you know, 152.